Welcome back, everybody. We're back on the Nerdy Chicano Live. And it's been a while, guys. It's been a while. But happy Wednesday to everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day out there. We're back for another episode of the Nerdy Chicano Live. As always, every week we have ourselves a guest from my life or somebody new who pops into my life like today. And we get to talk about, what's going on with each other or in a topic that we choose. As always, it's your Nerdy Chicano here to go ahead and spend this wonderful Wednesday with you. And today I'm being joined by the wonderful XENRAII'S from Twitch. Hello, XENRAII'S. Hey, Ray. Not XENRAII'S. Sorry. It's been a while I've done this.
Hi.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing? You are new here, so I would say let's go ahead and have you introduce yourself to the people so they can get to know you. But by the way, Ave, thank you so much for the follow. And hey, Luis, I see you in here, man. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, like you said, I am XENRAII'S, but also mostly known by Ray. I don't think anyone ever calls me XENRAII'S. It's just a convenient alias so people know that they know who to type in when they are looking for me on Twitch, but they just call me Ray, and that's basically it. But yeah, I'm Ray. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I do things like play single player games, just like Genshin, who's also kind of multiplayer. I also play Valorant, Overwatch. I've played games in the past such as Fable: The Lost Chapters, The Walking Dead, by Telltale Games, all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I'm also known by my community, unfortunately, but also fortunately, as leader of the Rabies. And I recently rebranded to naming my community the Bakery instead. So hopefully that goes over well as time goes on. But yeah,
better name than Rabies.
yeah, my one of my mods actually came up with that all months and months back, and it's unfortunately stuck. So
That's a good one. I like it though. I like it.
yeah, it's catchy.
Yeah. So y'all, it's been a while since I've been here, guys. I had to graduate. First of all, let's go ahead and get that one right off the bat. I had to graduate. I had to finish school. And then there was that little incident where they said, "Oh no, Raul, you actually didn't graduate." And then I said, go ahead and check that up again because I'm sure I did, and we got that fixed up. So now I'm officially an alumni. So we're done, y'all. But then after that, literally, some of y'all know what happened. But I didn't have the chance to relax and enjoy my end of my academic career because I had to get ready for production. So had to go into production, and we finished up. Finally, we finished up before I leave, y'all. It's done. I've been talking about it extensively. If you go and check out the Before I Leave film Twitter, not the Twitter, the Instagram account, you have stills and stuff. We finally wrapped on Sunday at 2 a.m. We wrapped production. We finished, and then now we are kind of just doing post work. Everything's been going well right now. First editing session went great. We got the first 4 scenes finished. We are looking like we should have a rough cut done by the end of the month to have it ready to be sent out to our composer and to our colorist to get worked on next month. And then from there, we have to talk about, just all the other wonderful stuff. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here, so I really do apologize for that. But sadly, this stuff took a bigger priority because I had to finish my movie. And I'm really excited to be back, though. And I'm excited to have a new guest here because I know Ray for a couple of weeks right now. And I was just like, hey, I think it would be really fun to get you on the show, as I do a lot. And, they decided to come in and wanted to be here.
Yeah. A couple weeks or a few weeks, it feels like so long and so short at the same time.
Yeah. I've really been enjoying your streams, though. You're a great streamer. I really enjoyed the reading stream. That was really great. Yeah.
Oh, last night's was pretty good. Although I have to do some formatting because I've never shown what I'm reading on stream before, physically. but it was still a lot of fun. And especially even though I had to kind of be spontaneous, or I had to improvise rather with the story, even though like you guys can see what's going on within the manga, and I can read the all the like text bubbles and everything, but there's added context I felt like I need to put in there. So that's why I try to improvise as well as I could to um add context to the story, and hopefully it went over well. I'm not sure, no one said anything yet, but
I liked it. It was a fun time. It was really soothing. I was using it while I was doing some work, so I had to finish up my reel, so I was doing that work, and I was listening to your stream. So I really enjoyed it. I don't find a lot of reading streams. I don't really find a lot. As somebody who enjoys reading a lot and enjoys like the idea of audiobooks, I don't find a lot of those on Twitch. So it was nice to see you go ahead and work into that. I will say though, I'm kind of biased. I wanted to get the Lord of the Rings chapter reading, but that's because I love those books. I've read those books before. I love the films. I have the extended versions and everything, and I was my bias. I said, I think the Lord of the Rings one would have been a little better, but that's just because I love that series.
yeah, well, I was hoping, of course, for Lord of the Rings. I wanted to start with the Silmarillion that I picked up a while back, and I really have been wanting to read it because I also have the encyclopedia and an atlas to go along with it that I thought would be so cool. But I think a manga took precedence. I'm not mad at that because the manga that we read is actually quite good, and so it's still very good material.
Yeah, it was a really good one. It was a really good one.
Hmm.
But you also did a lot of really good other streams. You've been doing that. You did that mental health one. It's called that discussion stream. That went really well too. And
Yeah,
you love playing Genshin too. I'm telling you, you're
I
slowly,
do.
starting to get me to might download that game again.
I mean, they came out with an update for summer, so right now would be the best time to get back into it.
Yeah.
So
I might just do that because I'm always looking for something new to play. This
yeah,
channel doesn't really see a lot of gameplay on it, but the occasional Apex that I play, but that's just me fucking around. But I wanna go ahead and see what's going on here. But yeah, what you been up to? How you been? First of all, let's go ahead and talk about how you been. How you been doing?
I'd like to say that like I've been doing well enough, with kind of, I wouldn't consider Twitch necessarily a career yet, but it's definitely something I focus a lot of my time on. So I think it's definitely more than a hobby. But um I've been trying to schedule a 300 follower community like event. I recently did a poll, like I think a week or two back, on like what I should feature in the community event. So I'm doing that, and I'm trying to work out like dates and everything. And I will be putting out a poll soon, actually, to see like what days work for everyone. But that's one thing. I just started a new game series, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. So I started the first day last week, and I'll be doing another one today, actually. But I have a lot of things planned for my Twitch. But since it's like the month of June and there's so many like things happening, I think I do also want to plan like maybe a history stream and learning about different things within June that are very important, like things that have happened within June. And maybe feature some guests. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spill too much, but I am planning a history stream pretty soon. So
I
that's something exciting.
I would I would so totally enjoy that.
Hmm.
That would be great. Well, especially when if you could go ahead and talk about the historical stuff within Pride Month. This is Pride Month, and if you can go ahead and talk a little bit about the Stonewall riots, that's great. Um,
Yeah.
Dude, Kingdom Hearts. That's my favorite game series.
Really?
Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 2, and The Last of Us, the first game. They switch out every now and then as my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts games are really good.
I'm actually playing through the series again on the Nerdcore's channel, but I stopped a long time ago because I just can't beat Ursula. on in Kingdom Hearts 1. I can't fucking
Oh,
beat Ursula. It's like I wonder, when we were younger, we were able to do these games, right? We were able to play these games like nothing, and now, as we're older, like we have a hard time beating these damn games. And it's like, dude, when I was a kid, I was able to beat this like nothing, but now I keep losing to a damn octopus.
she's a bad bitch.
Yeah, oh yeah, she is 100% a bad bitch. Um, she's great, but damn, she's fucking hard to beat, and I can't finish
Oh
Kingdom Hearts
yeah.
1 at all because I can't seem to beat her. Um, I'm
Yeah.
I'm also playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's oh, I love that game.
Oh.
Fuck, I love that game.
Yeah, I heard about that. I thought about playing that at some point, but
Highly recommend it.
um I need to definitely purchase it. I've seen Final Fantasy VII, like the cinematic like release that they did, basically like the movie version of like the game. I've seen that. I actually saw that like so long ago too. And, like long enough ago where I used like a DVD like to watch it. God knows those are like ancient.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I think, are you talking about Advent Children? Final Fantasy Advent Children,
mm,
the whole movie that's like based
oh,
on Final Fantasy VII. Dude,
yeah.
I saw that on the So this is a throwback. When you bought one of the PSPs,
Hmm.
it came bundled with Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Advent Children. So I watched that movie like constantly on my PSP, and I recently found it at a Barnes and Nobles, and in the Blu-ray section, I said, "Oh, I would love to buy this again because I love that movie a lot." But um, you know, when you're a self-proclaimed Criterion hoe like me, you just go for the Criterion Collection stuff and not the video game movies. But
True.
yeah. I mean, my pretty much my shelf can speak for itself with all my stuff I've got there. But it's a damn great movie. I love that movie. I've always been a fan of the Final Fantasy games, but especially just I love Sephiroth. Sephiroth is like one of my favorite what's called villains. Also, he's fucking awesome. I love villains with long ass
Yeah.
swords. Yeah.
He's terrifying, but also so cool. And actually, that's he's the one person within like the Kingdom Hearts games I would never fight because he would just
Yeah.
absolutely tear me up every time, and I just couldn't do it. Every time I would see Sephiroth just hanging around, and you
Yeah.
could fight him, I'd be like, let's not do that, and then
Yeah.
go the other direction.
Yeah, I forget that boss battle is actually what's it called? It's actually optional in the game, but I think I
Mhm.
was actually able to do it when I was a kid. But like in Kingdom Hearts 2, now I'm definitely not going to do Sephiroth. I do not want to fight Sephiroth. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'd rather not. Um, but yeah, I love him. I love Cloud. I love this game. You should definitely look into playing it. Um,
Oh yeah, it's definitely on my list. I just have so many things on my list,
yeah,
especially I don't play as many games off stream, so I'm just slowly kind of getting through them
yeah.
like over time.
That's how I am with movies. Like everything, and I know it's like, dude, you watch a lot of movies. Like every time you're in chat, you tell me like, hey, I have to watch this, I have to watch that. Um, but like the stuff that is for review kind of takes precedence before everything else. But like
Hmm.
recently, I've had somebody, kind of hold me accountable. They're like, "Oh, let's watch this. Let's watch this. Let's watch this." So I'm like, I'm kind of knocking out movies from my watch list now. But I've got like all these different movies I want to watch. But like, dude, I have to watch the Conjuring movie that just came out for review. I have to watch like these other movies that I have to do for review next week, and just like all that. Like, I watched Cruella, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna actually be able to do a review for it now because our schedule is just so like out of sync. But
Mm.
yeah, which like I don't get the chance to really watch much stuff off air, unless like it's for review or like I just watch it because I really am in the mood to watch it. Or like
Hmm.
I went to go see A Quiet Place, and like I'm not going to be able to review that. I know right now, right off the bat, that I'm not going to be able to review that. So like that was my one movie. I was like, oh, cool. I get to go to the movie, sit down, and just watch something just to watch it. You know, I've got like a whole freaking set right now that I have to make my way through for between the frames. But I definitely get it. I really do get it.
Yeah. Actually, a question that I'm curious like to ask. Do you ever like review like TV series, like for example, like The Mandalorian?
Yep.
Like
Who love the Mandalorian? Yeah.
mhm, it's so good.
We we reviewed season one, but sadly, season two did not get the chance to review it. But I I think I'm probably gonna like before season three comes out, we'll probably do like a little recap and review a little bit of season two. But I recently just like when I was going to what's it called? When I was going to graduation, I was heading over to Houston. Um, I binged all of the Mandalorian when I went and came back. I binged all the Mandalorian season two. I loved it. And just because I was surfing around yesterday, Book of Boba Fett just finished wrapping filming. It wrapped filming, so that's gonna
Ooh.
come soon. I really really liked Mandalorian season two. Um, I don't like it
Yeah.
as much as I liked the first season, but I was really really interested in seeing the stuff that they're doing for that they did in this season. My my eyes are more so set on Obi-Wan right now. Be, I'm a big Star Wars geek. Like I'm a big Star Wars geek.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars. But like that Obi-Wan series, just specifically because they got like Hayden Christensen back to come back for Darth Vader, I was like, oh
Oh.
man, I'm like really looking forward to that because like, if anybody who knows your Star Wars history, you know that like there was like this period after Revenge of the Sith when
Hmm.
Vader was sending out the Inquisitors to go and basically kill all the Jedi that were left after Order 66 was
Hmm.
executed. So then he was personally seen sending out Inquisitor 2 to go hunt Obi-Wan, and he was personally seeing to it that he would go and hunt Obi-Wan down. So like
Oh my
if that's
gosh.
what we're looking at in this series, I am gonna be a really happy camper. Really happy because like I've been wanting to see that for a long time, and they've done it in the games before with the Inquisitors, but like not this whole personal hunt of like Obi Wan. Yeah.
Are they bringing back Ewan McGregor
Yeah,
as
Ewan's
well?
back. Yeah, Ewan's
Okay.
back. Yeah.
That's good. I actually quite liked Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Even though like the prequels aren't really that popular, they're still enjoyable to a certain degree. But I think I actually read an article. I think yesterday. I don't quite remember the specifics, but something about George Lucas saying like the prequels were like more for children
Mm-hmm.
that like grew up with their parents watching like the original like four through six.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It was. That was our generation Star Wars. That was the stuff that we
Mhm.
were gonna grow up and us as children. We watch it. When we watched it, we were like, "Oh, this is great! Like, I love this." And like, at least now, when I go back and I watch it, I'm like, George, you really could have directed this better, bro. Like, you could have written
Yeah.
this better. I specifically look at Attack of the Clones episode 2. Oh my god, man, that dialogue is so bad. It's so bad, and like the direction's so bad. But like, who am I? Who am I to judge George? He gets paid to do the big movies. I don't. You know,
Well,
maybe
I
one
mean,
day.
even big directors like that can still like
Yeah.
make less than perfect works. And I think criticism, even when you're at the top, is still it's even more important than when you're at the bottom because I think a lot of people once they get to this higher area of like becoming like masters at their craft, when they stop recognizing that their work could use like more effort or like
Mm-hmm.
more critiquing or like they make mistakes, then like the quality of their work overall like kind of goes down the more they put
Yeah.
out because they don't recognize that anymore.
Yeah, no, I've always said that art and criticism go hand in hand. You can't have
Hmm.
one without the other. Uh, there's also, difference between good criticism and just flat out being an asshole.
Yeah.
There's a difference between all that. Um,
Hmm.
I always give constant examples of how like my criticism, like my photo work, compared to like actual good criticism. And people were just like saying stuff just to say it. And I have friends who are kind of going through the same thing right now with their production work. Like, there's people kind of in Reddit that are like saying some bullshit and like, dude, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, think before you speak. What
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. But yeah, no, those prequels. I don't like them, but like there are things that I go back and watch. Like, oh, I love the fight between Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan. I love that fight. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I love all the space stuff in Revenge of the Sith. I don't like it much in Attack of the Clones. Maybe just the Battle of Geonosis I do, but not a lot of Attack of the Clones I like. But I reviewed Mandalorian season 1. We've talked WandaVision. We talked WandaVision. We talked the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then on Friday we're gonna start our reviews of Loki. Um, we've also done Westworld, Game of Thrones. We did all the Game of Thrones. Before the last season, we did a whole review-a-thon of like Game of Thrones season 1 through 7. We've done Westworld season 1 and season 2. And I think that's it for like series. Like TV is always difficult for me to watch. Like I have a really hard time kind of dedicating my time to TV. But
Mhm.
yeah, you watch. What have you watched as like TV? What is it that you enjoyed? You enjoyed from TV? Mandalorian, of course, right?
Yeah, well, actually, fun fact, I've completely seen season 2. I've only seen snippets of episodes of season 1 because at first, when it first came out, I wasn't really as willing to watch it because I was just like, I didn't really know Pedro Pascal at that point, besides him being in Game of Thrones. I hadn't
Mm,
completely fallen in love with him as an actor yet. I love him now to death,
yeah.
but yeah, I just wasn't interested. And I think it's also because like when there are new series that come out in terms of TV, I find myself like not as willing to want to watch them because of, well, number one, spoilers, but also other people's opinions and like their own like thoughts kind of clouding like what I see. So usually I wait until like maybe the hype dies down, or like maybe the series has been out for a little bit before I go watch. That way I can not only avoid spoilers, but also like frame my own opinion about it and then go look at discussions and like see how what I think compares to someone else. I also don't like getting caught up in the hype of these new series, because when you are first watching a new series, you start to either think it's like better than it actually is, or you can become extremely critical of it because it's not what you wanted it to live up to. Like for example, like the Witcher series, like that's the only series that I watched as soon as it came out, and after rewatching I've noticed things I don't really like about it,
Mm-hmm.
thinking about like the books and like the game. So I kind of wish I would have waited, but yeah, like I've watched season 2 of The Mandalorian. I've watched The Witcher season 1. I'm planning to watch Loki. I recently watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and finished that, and I watched WandaVision recently as well, which I enjoy all of Marvel's like series
Yeah.
right now at least.
Oh yeah, their series are hitting it for me, like out of the park for me. I really
Mhm.
enjoyed the societal commentary within Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I really liked that one. I think like I've said it already. Like I have Black Panther at number 1, and I have Falcon and Winter Soldier at number 2. I really like that show. WandaVision, I thought it was fine. I wasn't really like too into it as Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I really liked that show. I watched the first episode of Loki today. I'll have my review for that on Friday. I don't want to talk about it here because
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about it out here. But also you haven't watched it, so I'll respect the no spoilers. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've been having a good time with those shows. Just like right now, I'm doing my watch through these Conjuring films to do Conjuring 3. Man, these movies suck. Man, these fucking movies are not good.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, right? That's what I think. But like, yo, man, these fucking movies are they got a lot of problems within these movies that like, oh man, I can't wait to talk about the third one if I like it or not. But yeah, I just been like busy with these. On Monday we did our first episode through the Essential Fellini set over here. Let me pull it out of the what's it called of the shelf. Yeah, this is great, right? This is what live production is, though. What's it called? Let me go ahead and pull it out real quick. back on, of course. All right, yeah. So, what's it called? We have been doing our way, making our way through this. This is the Criterion Collection's Essential Fellini box set. Federico Fellini is renowned Italian filmmaker during like the 60s and 50s, 70s and 80s. He made some really, really great movies. But these are like all of his like essential work, like kind of like restored. They like took the actual negatives of the camera and like restored them and brought them into like this 4K, digital restoration of it. And I've been making my way through this on my show on Monday. So I just did the first one, and wow, this is like 14 movies are in here. I got 14 movies.
14.
Yeah, 14 movies.
Oh my gosh.
All right here. Yeah.
I've actually never heard of Fellini, so
I recommend his work. I mean, let's go. I told you who I recommended first of all. It's because I know that you study Chinese and Japanese. No, I think I would be really interested to hear your thoughts on the films of Wong Kar-wai. Wong Kar-wai is an incredible filmmaker, but there's got a lot of movies in here. But yeah, we're making our way through this. This is what I'm watching at the moment, and it's a big boy. It's a hefty.
Yeah, it's hefty. But I'm sure it's filled with like classics, especially like hearing your opinion on it.
Oh yeah, I love those movies. Thank you, Luis, for that freaking awesome Christmas present. I got it from my friend Luis. But yeah, it's already gonna be 1:30, so we probably should start getting into our discussion about our topic. But yeah, that's just kind of what we've been up to, right? Just a bunch of streaming, a lot of gaming, and
yep.
Yeah, it's just other than the other stuff, we'll talk about that right now in a bit. But like, it's just been gaming, streaming, reading, and cool stuff. Yeah, I am excited though to hear you eventually talk that Norse mythology. I would really like to hear you talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every week in my poll, I put out like an option for Norse mythology because I'm working through Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. And I believe like the last thing we read was about I think Thor, like Loki, and then someone else like going to this huge giant's castle and being tricked, and then Thor almost drinking the entire ocean dry, and like all kinds of antics with that. So
you might inspire me to do a reading stream one of these days. I really want to reread Dune before the movie comes out.
Of course. I mean, we need it's undersaturated, that category on Twitch, and I think probably as well on YouTube. But I mean, information's important, so any way we can get it out to people is a good way.
Yeah. Literature is great, guys. Read. It's awesome. Let's go. Any chance I get, I try to read something, But
yeah.
Right now, I'm still looking for my damn poetry book. I would really like to find those poetries from Jorge Luis Borges, but I can't find it. And it's like, I think I'm just gonna take your advice, Ray. I think I'm just gonna buy the book again because I don't think I'm gonna find it. Yeah.
I mean, at least you'll have a backup and then a potential like gift to give to someone else. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I hope so too. I hope I can find it, but I'm probably just gonna end up buying it. But it can always make a good gift.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so y'all, we decided to pick a topic that is pretty near and dear to our hearts as creators. Just the eventual burnout that comes with creating a lot, and especially you all know my schedule. My schedule is hectic as hell, and I do a lot. I do too much. But we all have to kind of maneuver burnout as well, but also just trying to stay motivated. And a part of it does come from the mental health aspect as well. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about that right now. But as always, y'all, you can go ahead and get involved in the conversation. All your donations are wonderfully appreciated. If you go over to streamelements.com/thenerdchicano/tip, all of them go towards me trying to move out at the moment, or post-production fees, because we might have some fees that we need to pay off. But right now things are being settled within the reins of the film. But please, guys, as you know, if you would like to go donate, it's at streamelements.com/NerdyChicano/tip. So Ray, I said, hey, we got like a bunch of other things that I can bring up that we can talk about. Hey Griffin, how are you doing? Oh crap, I've also missed out on Luis's comments here. We're not talking specifically about manga, but you know, what's it called? Luis, glad you enjoying the conversation. Griffin, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I will have a great day because now you're in here, Griffin. Griffin's a wonderful, what's it called, a streamer. If my mod is in here and he's listening, can you do the shout out Griffin command, please? She's been kicking some ass on streaming some art, so go and help her out and go follow her. You're so. Oh, I hope you feel better, Griffin. I really do. So yeah. You know, I said, hey, we got like a bunch of other stuff. I know you love and you watch her. I was like, oh, maybe we can do something about like introductory anime, you know, because you know you don't always just send somebody straight into the thing, right? You know, you kind of got to give them something that's like pretty easy to digest, that's like good introductory anime. But I also said, oh, we can possibly talk about books because we both love books a lot. I was like, maybe we can talk about, you know, burnout and like all this motivational, like, you know, trying to stay motivated with streaming. And you decided that we could talk about that. And so since you're the one who's been streaming longer, for sure, you know, how do you tend to stay motivated to keep streaming?
Well, I think a good part of staying motivated for me is just this at the simplest, most like base level is my desire to like kind of put out a place where people can come and just have a good time and enjoy content. Because when I was a kid and I was like growing up, going through my teens, you know, it was like the teens are a rough phase for everyone. And the things that I would look forward to every day when I got home from school is watching YouTube videos that had just been put out by, like, for example, like the big popular names at the time, like Markiplier, and then, you know, eventually Jacksepticeye, and then all these different types of like gamers or like just lifestyle YouTubers and things like that. Those videos would just be something that like got me through the day, something that I could like watch when I'm eating, like use to wind down to at night, or even like listen to their videos as I go asleep. They're like a solid comfort for me, feeling like I was a part of something and having something to look forward to consistently. And so remembering that and how much I appreciated that and how much that had an effect on me growing up, like the ability to put out a similar feeling and give that to people and kind of be that's something that people use to like get through the day, a simple part of their routine that just matters, like even the tiniest is really important to me, and it makes me feel like I'm doing a lot and doing exactly what I needed as a kid. And so that kind of is what inspires me to do it at like the simplest level. That's what I want to do. That's why I want to stream.
Yeah.
So.
And it's really respectable. It's really respectable that's your approach to it all. Allergies are getting me bad. Yeah, you go ahead and relax, Griffin. I thank you so much for your lurk either way. You know, go get some rest. Try to feel better. Even though allergies are pain in the ass, I understand that very well. Yeah. Both of you enjoy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Griffin. D plays games, says the Uwu Queen herself. Hello. Ray brought me here. We thank you for being here. D plays games. Thank you so much. You know, glad that we can give you a nice home here. I'm kind of in the same realm. You know, I didn't grow up watching a lot of like, you know, game YouTubes like that. Like, I mean, like if anything, what I watched, were the cut comms, Call of Duty cut comms and stuff, and but
Hmm.
like, and I watched that stuff, but it wasn't anything like I gravitated towards. But it wasn't until like I started like really getting into like the movie sphere of like YouTube and like people who were like doing that, and like it was really nice just to sit back and kind of like forget like what was going on in school and being able to listen to like these videos that were helping us like kind of get through the day. And that's kind of the approach that I brought to not just the podcasting, but also like what's it called, this and streaming in general. It's like, man, if I could give you just 2 hours of your day, 2 hours of your day, that when you can just kind of sit back, relax, forget about all the other things that are going on, and if I can like just make you have fun, then I've done my job. At least I've done my job, and I feel like I've done it. But there are days when it's like not a lot of people understand the person that's behind the camera, right? That's in front of the camera. Not a lot of people understand how that person works. How sometimes it's like, I feel like some people think like, oh man, like you're always posting that you're too tired today and you don't want to stream, and it's like, but you don't really understand that person that well, and understand that like it actually pains us every single time we have to put in our announcement channels that we can't stream today because we're not feeling right. Like that actually, it's if anybody out there thinks that it's so easy for us, it's like it's not. Like it pains me. It really pains me that I can't give you the content that you're here for. But like, it's so hard for me to stay motivated sometimes. And like I said, part of it is, the mental health aspect, but part of it is also just the motivation. It's like, God, like I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it's like I want a change, but like I'm not motivated enough to click that go live button right now.
Yeah.
And of course,
Honestly,
go.
oh,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, no, go ahead, Ray.
um I mean, I think every streamer can, and I feel like this is important insight into like behind the streamer. But I think every streamer is at least like more than once, or at least like like one time has like experienced this feeling of when they're about to go live, and they just kind of sit there, and then reality hits them, and they realize that like today I just don't feel it, I can't handle it, and I can't be what I need to be today. And then they have to choose between going on and trying to keep their viewers and their community happy, or decide to do something for themselves. And I think a lot of, like you said, a lot of people don't understand that like streamers are real people with real needs and real things that like they have to take care of behind the scenes. Like we also have other parts of our lives that we have to keep track of every day, not just streaming. And streaming for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even up to like 9 or 10 hours, like I've seen some people, that takes a lot out of you. It is strenuous.
Yeah. And like people, I don't understand. Like at least the 10 hours. Like I know one streamer who I watch, who like she goes for like 10 hours sometimes, like a long time, like constantly every other day. And then like I'm sitting there. I'm like, girl, I know why you're tired and you don't want to stream today. It's because you do 10 hours every other day. It's like you don't gotta do that to yourself. Like I feel like we have like this need to like pump out the content like constantly. Like we gotta make sure that it's there for them, and it's like we gotta give ourselves time to breathe too. That's like it's the whole part of this. Is like I told you I told you like what's it called, when I was there in like the introductions. You were like, what do you want to see when you come into this channel? I'm like, I'm not here for games. I'm here for personality. I'm here to see you. I'm not here to see the game. Like the game is a wonderful added bonus. Like, but like for at the end of the day, I'm here for personality. I'm here to make sure that the person that's in front of the camera is doing good. Like and I think that when you put that first, you think about like, oh, well, if that person isn't doing good, of course I don't want to see them today. Like it's fine to not see them on the screen, because it's just like, you got to let that person breathe and let that person get back into the swing of things. It's like it's just and it's also part of our wonderful grind culture that we all subscribe to in a way, right? We got to constantly do it. Like you got to be on it. You got to be on it. And like to an extent,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a good thing, but to an extent, it's also a bad thing, you know. And that's how that burnout comes even fast. And you know, at least my burnout, you know, it lasts a bit, but it's because I'm like, okay, if I'm not doing anything, my depression gets worse. I get worse, and I'm like, well, shit, no, I gotta do something because if I can't do anything, then I'm gonna be sitting here and I'm gonna be worse. But how have you dealt with the burnout in the last couple of? I know you said you've been going through it like this last couple of weeks.
Mm. Well, honestly, I think what has helped me the most recently with burnout, I think when my personal schedule outside of my streaming schedule is bad, then it affects every part of my life, including streaming. So I would become more burnt out because of that. So the way that I kind of tried to, you know, fix that element, that area, um, I tried to follow a better schedule for one, like actual structured sleeping and going to bed like near the same time and waking up near the same time like every morning, and then having kind of a ritual that helps me wake up. Like for example, like every morning, I have Android, right? So I use Google, and I have a morning routine set up. So every morning I click on like the shortcut and it says good morning. Um, this is like what you have planned for today. This is your reminders. And then like this is the weather. And then also like I listen to all of the NPR news for the day, listen to A Day in History by the History Channel, and then Indicator by Planet Money, and all those sort of things. And then that helps me wake up and start my day. And then I eat like a good breakfast. I take care of my dogs. And then I try to find something to help me relax, which is like either reading or like I play some casual games. And then I begin my day like on the right track and actually feeling like well taken care of. And I think having a good structured schedule that helps relax you but also keep you in check is really important, because when you do too many things at once and not give yourself the time to just live and breathe, then you're not going to perform as well as you want to.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You know, we've all had those days where we're like, you know, things are out of sync, and we come to the what's it called? We go on that live stream, and like we're not there. We're not there at all. You know, we're like, oh, like
mm-hmm.
I wish I could be communicating better. I wish I could talk better. You know, it just happens because, well, our day was out of sync. Um, I That's something that I need to at least, you know, get myself more disciplined with, is the whole morning routine. You know, like I want to give myself, like, I would love to set aside time to read more. You know, because I do read, but like I want to set aside more time to read. But like I'm with you on that one though. I do listen to the NPR stuff. What's it called? When I wake up. I'm glad to see another fan of This Day in History. It's great. I love it.
Yeah,
Love it. Yep.
it is. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just the history fan in me. You know, a long time ago when I was actually here and in this town that I currently reside in, that I'm not gonna name. Um, Before I completely switched to Mexican American Studies for my minor, I was actually doing a history minor, but I was specifically looking at Cold War relations. So you know that time, you know, at post World War II, and specifically looking at, you know, what's it called, Latin America's, you know, the United States involvement in Latin America and Eastern Europe and all that. Yeah. That's why I'm such a big fan of these movies from Serbia that I keep finding, because I'm so interested in the whole history of Yugoslavia and the whole separation of Yugoslavia. But yeah, I wish I had a morning routine. I really wish I did, and I gotta like I said, I gotta discipline myself better with that. But those reminders on the phone though, like those are probably lifesavers, but I know jack shit about how to use it. I know you said I'm a jack of all trades, right? But like I
Yeah.
don't know how to use this damn thing at all. Like I don't know how to use this thing. Like this thing is really foreign to me. Really foreign to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like. I know how to take pictures on this. I know how to, like, what's it called, like, you know, use my apps, and like, you know, I know how to, like, you know, download music and everything like the reminders. Like I don't know how to do it. Like, and I've tried multiple times, and like they come in at the wrong time. Like I don't know how to use this thing, and it's just. I know, Ray. You're looking at like, dude. I can't believe I just called you a jack of all trades, dude. Like,
No, that's okay.
I'm gonna rescind my compliment of you being a jack of all trades. But I'm like, this thing right here. This thing is difficult for me to understand.
I mean, I'm definitely not an Apple aficionado. That's for sure. I have never used Apple in my like I've never owned Apple in my life. I've never owned it. I have no idea. Google is my best friend. Google, like I could just like say, hey, like remind me of this, this, and that, and like it saves it and like goes across all my devices, of course, like Apple does with like Siri and stuff. But like I don't know. In my experience, Google's way like user friendly, but a lot of people don't like it because Apple is supposed to be the more user friendly brand.
I think they're both
So
difficult.
honestly, it takes some tinkering, but I think even without like the having like my morning routine with Google, like honestly, just setting aside like time to just throw off, I think taking off your online persona
Yeah.
and like setting it down and just living as you are, I think is really important because there's been too many times where like I've just had like my online persona on all the time, like with gaming with my online friends, and you know, streaming and then all kinds of stuff. And I think I become a lot more stressed out and feel more burnout when I don't take time to live as like the real me. Because although like I'm still me with my online persona, it's a different version of me. And when I don't take it off,
Yeah.
it makes me weary and tired. And I feel like I can't breathe.
I always say my online like what you see online is what you get behind the screen, but mine is just a more elevated version of me. Like it's a lot more energetic. It's a lot more happy when I'm online. What's it called? Once this goes off and I turn off this camera, I'm just like, I'm, I'm the real me. I'm Raul. Once this camera turns off, I'm Raul Alejandro Mendoza. Like I just get to be, chill. I get to like not be all over the place depending on the day, right? If it's a manic day, then that's a whole different story. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, when I'm offline, it's I get to chill with my online friends, but like I give them the version that's not this here because this is really elevated. Like this is like the I'm so energetic. I'm glad to be here today. And once that turns off, it's still there, but it's like it's not in the tone of voice that you're hearing right now. It's not in the it's not in the great energetic kind of body language that I'm probably giving off right now. I have to turn that on because let's be real, y'all. If I really acted like the way I act in real life, like with like my mellow kind of chill and like kind of like not really that exciting, I don't think y'all would want to watch this because let's be real, what's it called? People tune in for the energy, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I can't give you that energy. So when I can't give you that energy, I'm not here. I can't do it.
Yeah. There's definitely a couple times where like I've had to like do like a no cam stream because
Yeah.
just like constantly being looked at, it just, and not even like are people really putting like this pressure on me, it's me putting this pressure on myself of what I think I should be. And like the constant, what also contributes to burnout is the constant like thoughts that streamers and other content creators have of like, I have to keep going, I can't get boring, I can't get stale, people are going to lose interest, I have to be at my like optimum like level all the time. And it gets really draining because it doesn't allow room for just being a person. It's like you're not even, it's like you're more of like a figment of like their, I don't know, fantasy rather than like a reality, a living breathing reality. And sometimes like it's easy to get into that headspace of not even thinking that you're real yourself. And so that's why it's important to take a step back.
Yeah, it's really important. Um, God, I feel that like to the fucking bone, to the fucking bone. Like we're just like I say, it always goes back to the idea of like it pains me when I can't give y'all what y'all want. Like, and it really does. It hurts me to not be able to be here those days. But like, you know, it's just I can't. And you know, there's always that thought in the back of my mind, like, man, my content's fucking boring as shit. You know, I get on here and I talk about movies from 1965. You know, like, who the hell wants to watch? You listen to some dude talk about a movie that, like, not a lot of people know. But then I remember, like, dude, this is literally the only thing you like to do. Like, you know, there's not a lot of other things you like to do in this world. And talking about, like, old-ass European movies, like, kind of my brand. So, like, you know, fuck it. You know, might as well do it. You know, whether it's boring or not, you know, at least somebody's enjoying it. And I know that people enjoy it. And, you know, but we're at constant war with the, you know, the other voice in our head that is telling us about our content. They're just like, oh, okay, well, actually, Raul, you know, you're boring, you know? Nobody wants to hear you talk about this movie. Who the fuck even watched it, dude? Come on. Yeah. But, that's constantly the fight that we have to have with ourselves. But, sorry. Go ahead.
It's really easy to, I think, get wrapped up in what the newest thing is, what's popular, what people want. And honestly, for the sake of longevity in content creation, it's important to just make your own place and create your own niche. Because, like, of course, you can get popular doing what everyone else is doing, but if it's not what you want to do and it's something that, like, you know, everyone else does it, like, at some point the lack of originality will catch up with you, and not only will your fans get bored of, like, the staleness, you also will, because it's really, like, not always, like, it's not going to be what you want to do. And so for a long time I was thinking, oh, I need to fit in the niche of, like, when I started playing these games that everyone wants to see, I need to play Overwatch, I need to look the certain way, do all these things. And eventually I stopped caring, because, like, if I'm going to be happy and do what I want, then, like, happy and doing what I want at the same time, I'm just going to have to live with not a lot of interest for a while and just keep working at what I'm doing and be happy with it. And eventually, like, you know, success might come. But that shouldn't be the point of, like, what I'm doing. I should be doing it to make myself happy and to create my own little area where people can come and be happy and enjoy it with me, rather than me constantly catering to, like, what the newest fad or newest trend is. Like, you know, Among Us, for example, that was super big, or Minecraft, like, when that was huge as well. And then, like, you know, Grand Theft Auto, like, role playing was really big for a time as well. And I'm finding that a lot of people get really burnt out with that stuff, and also burnt out with streaming and content creation, because they're just following what they think people want rather than doing what they want and what they need.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and, like, you know, at least when it comes to me, like, I've always 100% honest with you, Ray. I come onto your stream. I'm not the biggest Genshin fan. I'm not the big Valorant fan. No, I come in because I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to hear you talk. What's it called? I don't care. You can literally stream yourself freaking burning what's called firewood by the chimney. I don't know what the hell those things are called. Fireplace. You can stream that, dude. I'm gonna watch. You know, I'm here for the people. I'm not really here for the game. And I hated that, like, idea, like, being like, oh, I gotta give them what they want. You know, fuck that. I'm not gonna give y'all, like, I'm not gonna play Fortnite like every freaking day on stream. No, what's it called? I'm gonna do what I enjoy, and then hopefully you all stay because you enjoy me talking about the things I enjoy, and you enjoy my personality. No, I'm not gonna do that whole, like, oh, let me play what's popular, because that's so boring. That's so boring. Like, I'm not about to sit here for 4 hours and play GTA RP right now. GTA RP is blowing up. It's doing good. Look, man, I don't got GTA, but also, like, I don't really understand this shit. You know, it doesn't really interest me. I go on these streams because I like the people that are playing, and I like to, you know, talk with them and, like, listen to what they're doing and how they enjoy the game. I'm not about to stream 6 hours of that shit. I can't do that, you know. And yeah, I'm just like, it's just, especially Among Us. Like, I like Among Us. We do Among Us on the community games on the Nerdcore channel. We do that.
Hmm.
But like, I can't do that every single day. That game, it's gonna burn me out. I'm gonna be bored of it. I play a lot of Warzone every Wednesday on the stream as well. We try to, and recently I stopped, mainly because of course my time was getting like divided up, but also it's kind of getting burned out of Warzone. Like, I was kind of getting bored of it, and that's the problem. It's like constantly playing the same thing over and over again, doing the same thing over and over again. It bores me. It burns me out, and I can't give you guys what you want because I just don't want to play this game. At least with what I do here, the podcast on this channel, and then Between the Frames on Monday with the movies, I can diversify the movies that I'm talking about. Because one week you'll get this, like, something that just, like, I gave you guys the Depression Trilogy from Von Trier. I talked about Depression Trilogy from Von Trier. We talked about all those three films. But now I'm kind of going a little bit back now. I'm giving you these Italian films from like a relatively like, generally relatively unknown director from like a long time ago. It's like, if I can diversify that, I can have fun with it and I can't get bored because I'm not just watching movies that I've never seen before, but I'm also kind of like expanding my knowledge on these films, And it's just like, if I can keep that a little bit diversified, maybe I can have more fun with it instead of like being like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna go ahead and just review everything that comes out, and I'm gonna do every episode Between the Frames is gonna be the newest movie that comes out. I'm gonna get real bored of that real quick. I'm gonna be burnt out. So I respect that. Not wanting to follow the thing that's really popular right now, but too many people want to do that. Too many people, and it's like, yo, like, they're not there for the game, man. They're there for you.
Yeah. I think also the pressure of like being good at whatever you're doing also like kind of creates this mood of, okay, if I pick this game, I have to immediately be good at it, or if like I suck, no one's going to want to watch, which I find happens a lot with people who play like Valorant, Overwatch, Apex, and all these type of things. And instead of actually enjoying the game, they're worried about like how well they're going to do, and then it leads to toxicity. And then also like it translates to women in gaming and the expectation like, oh, if you're a woman in gaming, you're going to suck, or you have to be good, or why the fuck are you playing anyway? It's just a nasty cycle.
Yeah, it's a nasty cycle. Yeah, yeah. That's a whole different topic that we can get into when you come back to the show another day.
Yeah.
Just the absolute troubles that femme presenting people get on this fucking. It's absolutely disgusting the amount of what's it called, abuse and harassment that femme presenting people get on Twitch. It's absolutely revolting. I just man, some of y'all really gotta like chill, cause like what's it called? It's absolutely what's it called, revolting. But alas, you have any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I think on the topic of burnout, just if you feel like you're kind of burning out and like not wanting to do the same thing that you're doing anymore, try to find a way to diversify your content. If they like you, they'll stay. It's not always about the content, but more the creator. And also, if something's becoming stale with you personally, then try changing up your schedule and doing something that makes you happy. I think that's what's best at the end of the day.
Yep, exactly, y'all. And always know, y'all, I won't ever be good at a video game. I will always suck at all the video games. That's why when I play Apex, I always put local gamer sucks at Apex. Why? It's my brand, baby. I suck at it. You all have to deal with it. If you guys want me to stream Valorant, I suck at Valorant hard, like bad. I'm bad at that game. I suck at Warzone. My whole shtick is that I suck at video games. So let's go. If you guys come to this channel because you guys want to see me be good at a video game, you're at the wrong channel. You're at the wrong channel. Yep. I'm not good at video games at all. But I pride myself.
That's okay.
I pride myself in the fact that I am the worst gamer ever. The worst. I see you play Valorant. You're freaking good.
No.
Dude, Ray, listen to me. You're better than me. Like, Way. Anybody who doesn't like what's it called? You know. Also, it's really difficult playing a game when you're visually impaired. Let's go ahead and get that. What's it called? Right off the bat. You know, everybody's always like, "Raul, you have a reason why you're bad at video games." I'm like, yes, but also like there's things that like I see and I just suck at the game. You know, I just suck. It's like I've gotten away blaming a lot of things on my vision in my life. But when the person is right in front of you and you're still shooting over here, it ain't the sight. It ain't the sight. It's just because I suck. So,
Oh.
yeah. Hey, you have my permission. Though. You can laugh at me. You know, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Let's go. You're a lot better than me and like a lot of other people. You're good, Ray. You know, you're not bad. You're not bad. But,
All right.
I guess you'll take my word for it, right? But,
Yeah.
Ray, where can the people find you when they want to stay up to date with the things you do?
Okay, so you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/XENRAII'S, XENRAII'S. So you can find me there. You can also find me with the same name on Twitter and Instagram as well. I post frequently on Twitter, not as much on Instagram, but you'll see like the rare gem of a post on Instagram. You can also find me on Ko-Fi, where I'm beginning to post some more exclusive like content with the same name, XENRAII'S, XENRAII'S as well. So yeah.
Yeah. I gotta give you a shout out. You know, you're always liking my photography on there. Thank you. It means a lot. I'm working on it.
Of course.
Yeah.
You don't have to thank me for that.
Dude, I have to because like nobody like I like to thank the people who support my work because it means a lot more than you think. You know, like I'll put something up and I'm like, dude, this actually isn't even worth it. Like, how many of y'all actually like these photos? And then when I see that y'all actually enjoy them, it's like, thank you. That means a lot to me. You know, it really does. Especially when like I put up my shitty like, you know, film photos like on 35 millimeter. Like, I'm not good at this, guys. Like, I suck at focusing. I get it. But when I see that y'all actually enjoy this and you guys give me those compliments when you say that that I did good, like, you have no idea how much that warms my heart. You know. And there's also stylistic reasons behind the not focused pictures, but like, you know, let's go. Not a lot of people are gonna get that, but yeah. I really do appreciate, Ray, your constant support on there. It means a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, guys. As always, you guys can find me at the Nerdy Chicano on both Instagram and Twitter, and I am also on Twitch, twitch.tv/the Nerdy Chicano. It's where you're watching this, hopefully. But if you're on the audio replay and you're listening on podcast services all around the world, then thank you so much. And you can also go to youtube.com. You go to the search bar, you type in my name, Raul Alejandro Mendoza, and you're going to find my YouTube channel. You're going to subscribe to me. You're going to get me to 100 subscribers because at 100 subscribers, I get my personal URL. And let me tell you, you do not want the ad to be this long anymore. You do not want it to be this long. You want to get me to 100 subscribers. You wanted me to get my personal URL because it's going to help me. What's it called? It's going to help me out. Loki was good. I disagree, my friend, but we can talk about that on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Luis, we can disagree. I disagree on that, my friend, but we can talk on Friday about that. But thank you all so much, and of course we'll be back on Monday for our next episode of Between the Frames. We're gonna go ahead and talk about variety. We talked about variety lights this week. Our next step is The White Sheik from Federico Fellini. This is the first film that he directed by himself, as Variety Lights was directed with Antonio Ladauta. And we are going to go ahead and get ready to go into Variety, The White Sheik. So I'm really excited, y'all. Another restored one in here. Guys, I'm really excited to start going from here. Because, like, I Vitelloni, Il Bidone, La Notte di Cabiria. I'm really so excited to talk about Nights of Cabiria. I'm really excited to watch this new restoration of Nights of Cabiria. If you all have not watched Nights of Cabiria, the incredible Giulietta Massina is incredible in that film. She is amazing. But, okay, it says the one who hates the bro, shut your ass up, please, man. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't like it, man. I'm sorry. It's you know, go ahead and say I get paid by WB to give out good reviews like the other people do. But I actually have had that happen before, and I'll tell you that off air. But yeah, there's a lot of people who think I get paid to give good reviews. I wish I did, though. I really wish I did. But on Monday for for The White Sheik, as we discussed that film. On Wednesday, we'll have the Nerdy Chicano live. I want to get the Lucky Peach on next week, Rachel. I don't know what's going to go down. We need to see who we can get back on next week. But Ray, you're always welcome back. To come back. I know this was actually your first podcast you've ever done, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Oh man, I'm glad that I could give you the space to come and do this.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had fun. That's what it's all about, honestly. So
yeah, that's true.
You're more than welcome to come back. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, if you ever want to come back, you go ahead and let me know. Let's go, or I'll hit you up and tell you like, hey, I got a spot open. If you want to come back, you can come back. We can go ahead and talk about other things because there's always a plethora of things to talk about. So
yeah, there definitely is.
Yes, yeah. And especially the troubles of fan presenting people on Twitch. Like that's a big old topic that we can get into. And but yes, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope all of y'all had a wonderful day here on the Nerdy Chicano Live. Thank you to DEEPCOOL. There you go. That's where I start to like tumble around my words. Plays Games. Thank you for being here, Luis. Of course, Griffin. I hope you're feeling better. And then Ave. Thank you, Ave, for stopping by, and thank you for that follow, Ave. It means a lot. We'll see you guys next week. But in the meantime, I don't have an outro. I just hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope that you all watch a movie, read a book. Yeah, read a book. So I hope you all do something that you enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, guys.